Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Ready. Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly...
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
40 is dead. You ain't 10. I got one.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Jags grab it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 31, Dalton. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll go down at the 28.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Hey, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Dalton, and he fires one incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles does that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
I want to highlight Telvin Smith, only the third linebacker in Jacksonville Jaguar history to make a Pro Bowl, but not for that reason. When he came out of Florida State with his build, many were projecting him as a safety in the NFL. Around 215 pounds. He's got a little bit bigger. His ability to run and hit and make plays has made him one of the most valuable linebackers in the NFL. They made the right choice leaving him at that spot.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football?
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. On first down, it's Watson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down now, it's Hunt, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. From just shy of midfield, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on second down. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Watson. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st down, here's McGuire. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd and 2, Dalton looking left side. That's complete to Oliver. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go, here we go. 15, run. 15, run.
Running it with Armstead. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Laquell Armstead His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd and 9, Watson, Safarian Jenkins has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that'll help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Lambeau on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go!
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
On the ready.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Dalton looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Oliver. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock. Give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Watson, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Watson looks to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 33. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we reach the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, again, they go with Armstead. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. Get ready.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton Throw left side complete. It's Bishop. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run on second down with McGuire. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
McGuire will try to pick it up, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
51. Here we go.
Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll give it back to Armstead. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Dalton now to pass. He's got his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he fights through one man. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Now a first down throw. Watson caught. Safarian-Jenkins, right side. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Watson on first down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. How can you get much more balance than this? Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Houston, a lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, that is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as this. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a bit closer.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because giving up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Looking sideline, incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
That's it, baby.
You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Hunt. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. On third down, here's Hunt. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, Watson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, 5. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain?
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing, Dalton. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Now a dump off here complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Watson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Throwing again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Watson. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Most they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory.